So we've seen Apple talk to a number of companies in the so-called Medicare Advantage space. And the reason that that makes sense is that these are private plans. So they have more of a leeway to do something like this with an innovative technology company. I've heard them talking to at least 3 or 4 of these types of plans. And thus far, the discussions have primarily been about how would this work? What kinds of programs would we need to offer? And which of our members would benefit the most from a device like the Apple Watch? As yet, we're not ready to name them, but we do expect that at some point Apple will come out and say, just like we're working with Aetna and some of the leading life insurance companies, we also want to get into the Medicare space as well, because they're finding that it's baby boomers, the senior population, that is really finding a lot of benefit these days from the device, especially the latest version, the Series 4, which has all these new features like fall detection and electrocardiogram that is great for that particular population and not just for millennials.
So what would the total size of the addressable audience be? Not obviously for everyone in Medicare, but for the people who are part of Medicare Advantage plans, which I gather is whom they're targeting.
It's a great question, Tyler. So it's about 19 million people are currently enrolled in a Medicare Advantage plan, but that's a market that is expected to grow exponentially as we have an aging population. More people are opting for MA versus the traditional government plans. So I think it's a big market here. The key question, though, will be how these particular programs would work with the device, because I don't think everyone would necessarily sign up or potentially want to be involved in a program. My guess is that they will start to focus on things like healthy behavior. And as with other insurers, the way it's traditionally worked is that you can sort of walk off the price of a watch. You have to behave in certain ways in order to qualify to use one. So who knows how much of that actual market they will be able to tap into, but the size is pretty large and growing.
Is this a first step, Chrissy, do you think, towards insurance companies at large covering the Apple Watch in some way, shape, or form? And what could that mean to the margins of Apple? I would think that would be negative.
Well, last year we saw Apple in talks with Aetna, a commercial insurance company, about trying to do a program with Aetna's own employees that would eventually span out to members as well. And then we saw them talking to life insurance companies that were really interested in finding out which among their members were engaging in healthy behaviors like working out and reading the certain step requirements every single day. I think for Apple, this is actually a really good sales channel. And Tim Cook has also said that they want this device to not just be an entertainment product or a fitness product. They want it to fit into a potential Medicare, Medicaid, or reimbursable market, because it's creating more of a medical product these days. I mean, something like the electrocardiogram, that had to be studied. They had to go through the FDA for that. So I think they're saying this is closer to a medical device than it is, say, an entertainment product, which I think the first version of the Apple Watch was.